We got some Stadia news to go over from the latest this week on Stadia blog post, in which we'll be talking about the Stadia Pro games for January, a new game that's launched on the Stadia store, some major sales. But we're going to start off by talking about what I think is most important out of this blog post, and that's a very short statement made about the year 2022. It read as the following. The Stadia team remains as dedicated as ever to supporting the goals and mission we set. 2022 will see more features, more improvements, and more games. And our community channels will still be here to provide Stadians a place to discuss topics important to them. Now look, I'm not going to sit here and try and spin this small statement into them supporting Stadia in the long run. At the end of the day, it's exactly what it is. A simple statement to make sure that you know that they're not going anywhere in 2022. And while I would have loved to see some major AAA titles get announced coming to Stadia that we can look forward to as a whole in the community, I do think it's good that they shared this statement regardless. There have been some very interesting rumblings going around in the Stadia development side about making it an easier process to port games over to Stadia. I'll have a more in-depth discussion on this topic later on, so be sure you subscribe to not miss out on that, but if that does end up being true, I can totally see more games get added to Stadia in 2022. But for now, I'm setting my expectations low, and I'm just expecting the same amount of consistency as we have been getting for the past 6 months. But now let's move on to the next news story, and it revolves around a PEGI ratings leak that is sure to please some anime fans. That's because My Hero One's Justice 2 has been rated for Stadia today. Usually when this occurs, it means that the game is close to being released, and it's also worth pointing out that the publishing company here is Bandai Namco. Personally speaking here, I really do hope that this means there's a potential chance to bring Elden Ring over, even if it comes out later than other platforms, as that's a title that would matter a ton to the Stadia community. Let me know what Namco Bandai title you would like to see get brought over down in the comment section below. But now it's time to quickly go over the latest games coming to Stadia Pro in the month of January. And those 5 games are Darksiders 3, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, Shantae Risky's Revenge, Darkside Detective A Fumble in the Dark, and DreamWorks Dragon's Dawn of the New Riders. All 5 titles will be available to claim and play on January 1st for all Stadia Pro members. As per usual, when new games come in, some old games rotate out, so be sure to claim Cthulhu Saves Christmas before December 24th, Figment before the 31st, and Street Power Football and Mafia 3 before January 1st. As long as you're a Stadia Pro member and claim them before they're removed, you will continue to have access to those titles. Overall, it's a pretty solid month of additions, with my highlight being Darksiders 3, specifically because the Stadia port is fantastic and gives you both a frame rate and resolution mode. But now let's move on to the last story, as they added a new game to the Stadia storefront as well as a ton of deals. First up, we have Jackbox Party Pack 6, which is now available for purchase and play on Stadia. This follows the launches of both 7 and 8, which came out not too long ago, and in this title, players can enjoy games including Absurd Deathmatch, Trivia Murder Party 2, The Weird Word Circus, Dictionatorium, a hidden identity game called Push the Button, the comedy contest Joke Boat, and the offbeat personality test Role Models. If you're into family game night and board games, be sure to keep an eye out for these titles, as they're fantastic additions and it's easy to bring everyone aboard, as all they need is a smartphone to join in. But now let's talk about this Christmas sale going on, because there are an absolute ton of games available. In fact, I think half of the Stadia storefront, if not more, is all available on sale right now. As per usual, be sure to log into Stadia and check your own storefront, as the prices will vary from region to region. But I do want to recommend the top 3 games that I would recommend any Stadia owner to buy, and that's Doom Eternal, The Division 2, and Sekiro. 3 titles are absolutely fantastic ports, and that's why I continuously recommend them. Seriously, some of the best ports on the platform in my opinion. That being said, there are an absolute ton of games available on sale, so if you find anything you like or want to recommend it yourself, leave it down in the comment section below. Either way, that wraps up this Stadia News Day. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful at all, be sure to hit that like button, as it really does help the channel out. And if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. As always, thank you for watching the video. This has been The Virtual Cloud, giving you the latest and greatest on everything cloud gaming and VR related, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.